Check. Bob Shalawam, the ultimate peace to our brothers and sisters scattered among all nations as the 12 tribes of Israel. We come forth to bring the truth to this world in the last days and prophesy the coming of MASHAYACH, who the world also calls Jesus Christ, coming in the power of the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Giving all praise and glory to his holy name. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. That's his name forever, memorial to all generations. As always, I like to start with Colossians 3:17.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in by SHAM, YAHAWASHI, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right, so all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior, St. John 14:6. All that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior, MASHAYACH, who the world falsely calls Jesus Christ, but we're going to call him MASHAYACH, the anointed Savior. So I never had anybody ask me who I'm talking about when I say MASHAYACH. I only had somebody ask me how to pronounce it when I taught in Jamaica. That's it. So, read this.
The book of St. John, chapter 14 and verse 6.
So this is being said without a New Testament being written. Read.
MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
So he said, no man cometh to the Father but by him. But he said, first and foremost, he's the way, and the truth, and the life. So what is he saying? What's the truth? Psalms 119, 142. So he said he's the way, the truth, and the life. So he's really a stumbling block for a lot of people because they don't understand when he came to earth what he was saying to the Israelites who is around and among in the midst of most point blank. Other nations came around him because they knew of his power. But why is he saying this? What is the truth? Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 142.
This is the truth.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
So the Most High's law that he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High, is the truth. So go back to St. John 14 and 6. So you understand what he's saying. Because remember, all they had to go by was the law and the prophets. The Old Testament, when he walked the earth. He didn't have a New Testament to go back. That most preachers ignorantly go by and not knowing him. So what is he saying now? Read.
The book of St. John, chapter 14 and verse 6. MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
So he's saying, I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High, that's going to lead to everlasting life. He said, no man cometh to the Father but by him. Mind you, all they had was the Old Testament. They had no New Testament. That's why what King David said. Psalms 110 and 1. This is a mystery that's been withheld from everybody in this world because he didn't come for everybody. And this isn't open for everybody to know. That's why these poor people preachers are teaching you lies, and more lies until this day. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 110 and verse 1.
This is what King David said out of his own mouth.
A psalm of David. The Most High said unto my power, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool.
Hear what he said? He said, the Most High said unto my power. Who is MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI? Because that's two L-O-R-D. We don't like to say that because that's B-A-A-L. That's B-A-A-L. The meaning of B-A-A-L is L-O-R-D. And they inserted it in the Bible, and we steady calling on it, not knowing that, hey, what they got to lose to put whatever they want to put in the Bible. They can put whatever they want to put in the Bible. Because they publish the Bible. You see? And they know that there's no mercy for those that publish the Bibles that teaching lies from birth. Ain't no mercy to them. So what they won't do, I can open up the Bible and show you that they put their pictures there. So David have a certain power. Get 1 Corinthians 3:23. David knew that MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI was his power. He knew. That's why when MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI was on the earth, he said, hey, Who do they say I am? They say the son of David. Well, David called me his power, like we just read. And nobody was ever asking him any more questions after that.
That's right.
Listen, read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 23. And ye are HaMashiach. HaMashiach is your power.
Right. So we belong to a Mashiach. That's why I say no man come to the Father but by me. There's no New Testament when he's saying that. There's only the Old Testament. So he's giving an understanding of what he had. Everybody had to go by when he walked the earth, and that is the law and the prophets. Point blank. Period. Ephesians 5 and 20. So David knew that he was Mashiachim in the Hebrew. Yam is masculine plural for the S sound, a plural sound. In masculine Hebrew in the Hebrew. So he knew that his power was a Mashiach. Because you look at Psalms 110 and 1, there's two L-O-R-Ds there. You know, one with all capital letters and one with a capital letter and a short and a lowercase letter, O-R-D. You see? It is what it is, man. I mean, here. So we've been fooled. That's why, look, they got this fan going around giving everybody with Warner Solomon's picture. Yeah, right there. Warner Solomon picture on it. You see what I'm saying? Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci didn't paint this picture. He ain't paint the picture down there. That's what we telling anybody to come forth and prove that, you know, Jesus Christ was a European. He wasn't when he walked the earth. He was, right? Come on over here and hear something though. You know, you hear everybody saying, yeah. Why ain't nobody talk about it though? Why don't y'all boycott TBN? They got the picture, they got that same picture up there, the same picture up there. You see? It's a lie, man. And everybody been lied to. Ephesians 5 and 20. Why I start with Colossians 3:17, I'm going to explain it to you clearly.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 20. Giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High and the Father, in the name of our power, HaMashiach YAHAWASHI.
That's in the name of the anointed Savior. SHAM HaMashiach YAHAWASHI. In the name of the anointed Savior. We give thanks to the Most High. That's why Colossians 3:17 said what it said. You know, whatever you do, in word or deed, do all in the name of the anointed Savior. Giving thanks to the Most High and the Father in the name of the anointed Savior. SHAM HaMashiach YAHAWASHI. So, when you understand what the Mashiach came on the earth to do and to show us an example of how we can follow the Most High's rules and regulations, His laws, statutes, commandments. Because he did. He was an example. That's why David said, hey, the Most High said, it's in my power. Do what? Sit thee on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Now how can the Most High and the Mashiach be the same? Most High sitting on his own right hand? Come on, man, it's crazy. And people saying that the Most High and the Mashiach are the same. No way. Come on, why would he pray this prayer before he ascended to the right hand side of the Most High? After he died, rose on the third day, walked here for 40 days, then ascended to the right hand side of the Most High. Why would he pray this prayer in St. John 17 and 5? Why would he pray this prayer? To who? Himself? Y'all, man, this place is crazy, man. Something wrong with y'all. To think that this prayer, he praying to himself because he on the earth in the flesh. This is what he asked the Most High. Let's read it. 17 and 5.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 17 and verse 5. And now, O Father.
Wait a minute. And now who?
And now, O Father.
The same thing he told us to pray. In Matthew 6 and 9. After this matter pray you, our Father. So he's calling the Most High his Father. And now, O Father, is he talking to himself? No. He said, now, O Father, come on.
Glorify thou me with thine own self.
Come on. Glorify thou me with the Most High's own self. Not his own self. Not the Mashiach YAHAWASHI's own self. Come on. That's why I say people are destroyed, man. Something's wrong with your minds. I think I got a new word for you. You got ADHD in the spirit.
Right.
ADHD in the spirit. Y'all carnal all you want to be. That's why y'all here on the Most High Sabbath day doing what you're doing. You're supposed to be in the word of the Most High, learning about him, talk about him. Today, this is his holy day. You see? So most people got ADHD in the spirit. The spirit got ADHD. Or you would want to know something more about who you call God. Point blank. to not know anything. I hand you the Bible. That's how you know him, because he's in this Bible. It's written about him. It is written, you know, holy men wrote it. They were moved by his spirit. And you don't know. Man, he get ready to come back with some vengeance that you ain't even ready for. Straight up. Read.
And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was.
Hear that? He wants the glory that he had with the Most High, not himself.
That's right.
But with the Most High, before the world was, y'all. Before there was even a world for you to be in right now. He said he wants that glory that he had with the Most High before the world was even created. Come on.
I have manifested thy name.
He said he manifested the Most High's name. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
Unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me.
Hear that? Thine they were, and the Most High gave the men a MASHAYACH like he's given us a MASHAYACH today, if you accept him, through the power of the Most High. Come on.
And they have kept thy word.
They kept the word of the Most High. Like we got to keep the word of the Most High. Come on.
Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me.
So he ain't taking no credit for nothing. He's not calling to himself. He's praying to the Most High before the Romans crucified him. The Romans put him to death. Before wicked Israelites gave him over to the Romans, and the Romans, the so-called white man, put him to death. Y'all not talking about that. Who killed him? Who murdered him? The so-called white man put him to death. Now y'all say he's the Most High. This makes sense. If y'all say that Christ, MASHAYACH is the Most High, so you telling me that the so-called white man put the Most High to death? Come on, answer me. Y'all saying the so-called white man put the Most High to death. If y'all think that Christ is the Most High, that makes sense? That don't make no sense. That makes, right? That's right. No, it makes no sense. That's why I say y'all destroyed, man. They got y'all all baffled, man. Y'all a bunch of, ADHD in the spirit. Straight up. I can't put it no different. ADHD in the spirit. Because you ain't thinking, man. Y'all gotta think, man. Come on, don't be walking around here dumb.
Right.
And dumb and spiritual puppets, you know, robots and robot teams repeating what somebody done told you. Y'all don't read for yourself. Y'all just regurgitate what somebody told you, and they told you lies, point blank. Or come forth and prove it. Prove that the Most High is a MASHAYACH, who the world falsely called Jesus Christ. And y'all got the Trinity going. You don't find nowhere where nobody baptized in the name of the Father, and they baptized in the name of the Son and the Holy Ghost. Show me that in the Bible. Where anybody did that? See, I got you all twisted, man. You won't find that, but that's what they do in the church. That's what they do in the church. They lead people to destruction, man. You go to hell any way you want to. My word is, hey, don't try and take me with you. I don't give a damn who you are. That's why he gave us understanding, man, of this Bible. For real. Now tell me, you know they say that the Most High and Christ, Holy Spirit are one, right? Say they one. Now come on now. Hey, we gotta be one. This is how we gotta be one. Get our 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. We gotta be one too. But they're not the same. Huh? Speak up, man. Speak up. Look through all this stuff, what? Hey, listen to the word, man. He said, this helps. Economics. You know who brought him though, right? Most High. That's him. Ain't no Mother Nature, ain't no El Nino, ain't no La Nina, Global Warning Internet. This is the Most High that brought the tsunami, bro. You went through it. Hey, he brought you through it. Give all praise to the Most High that you made it through, man. All praise to the Most High. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our power, YAHAWASHI, that ye all speak the same thing.
That's what he's talking about there. One, they're in agreement. You know, we all got to speak the same thing according to the word of the Most High. Read.
And that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
That's how Mashiach YAHAWASHI was in the same mind and in the same judgment of the Heavenly Father Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Jacob being the fourth father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. All 12 tribes in agreement. That's what we hear to gather. Most High will. The 12 tribes of Israel out of this darkness, man, the spiritual darkness that you win, spiritual ignorance that you win, not knowing, not caring, and thinking you calling on the Most High. Some of y'all praying to yourself. He ain't hearing you because you don't know him. You done created your own power through your preaching, teaching you lies, man. Come on. Y'all better understand. Read that again.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Master, Mashiach YAHAWASHI, that ye all speak the same thing.
We got to speak the same thing. And we got to speak the same thing according to the precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. Not how you just regurgitate what somebody say. You want to regurgitate something, regurgitate what this Bible is talking about, what it's saying. Regurgitate these scriptures with understanding. That's what you do. Other than that, man, you walk around spiritually in darkness with ADHD in the spirit.
Right.
Straight up. Now tell me I'm wrong. Hey, you don't know you got ADHD in the spirit. Spiritually, you got ADHD. Come on.
And that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
That's what we got to be. In the same mind and in the same judgment, according to what's written in the scripture. Get Romans 16 and 17. Because we walk around here, man, and you got all these different philosophies of what this Bible is talking about instead of the truth. That's why I say I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High, that's going to lead to everlasting life. It's going to be a remnant of everybody. But you got a certain condition you got to follow to be a remnant. You ain't just going to be a remnant because you call on the name of Jesus. Come on, all right, bro.
You're Israelite, brother.
You're Israelite, man. Read.
Romans chapter 16 and verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
You got a right to avoid some people. But he said, hey, mark them that cause offenses and division among us as Israelites.
That's right.
He said, and mark them. Pay attention to them and avoid them. So why aren't I in touch with you? Because I got to avoid you because you got something else going on. Straight up. If you ain't about the Most High, I'm looking for y'all that's dropping the Most High. Talk about the Most High. Because in the end, he going to be all in all. You ain't going to be all in all. I ain't going to be all in all. Ain't none of y'all going to be all in all. The Most High power going to be all in all. Y'all done call him Mother Nature, little boy, El Nino, little girl, La Nina, global warming. Oh, that's the Most High. He just visited the West Coast. Hey, he just visited West Coast. With that hurricane, y'all got names for him. Women names. Come on, man. Y'all gonna pay for that if you don't come back to him. Understand this. It's real. He said, hey, if they speak a different doctrine, they got a different understanding, avoid them. They cause offenses and division. He said, avoid them. Read.
The book of Romans chapter 16 and verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Master Mashiach YAHAWASHI.
You say those that are such, that cause an offense and division, as mostly all these preachers, they cause an offense and division, or come forth and prove me wrong. You can comment, you know, they cause an offense, and some Israelites do. We ain't escaping nothing. This for all of us. Me first and all of y'all. Everybody. I just look at what the Most High is saying because I'm bringing him forth, first and foremost. Because it don't matter if you're an Israelite. If you're still wicked, if you ain't coming back to him, it don't matter what nation you are. If you don't know him, he gonna kill you. You got two choices. Out of one, you gotta make out of two choices. That's life or death. Straight up. Now we defend him all the way from the garden. He said, all you need is me. You don't need to deal with the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, but we chose evil. Until this day, that's why y'all up in Hollywood walking around on the damn pentagrams with names on them. Thinking y'all doing something. Come from all over the world. Walking on some damn pentagrams, the damn 5-point star, their symbol, and think y'all doing something. Nasty ass Hollywood. Y'all stay out here like we do. When you leave, your face gonna be all dirty. Filthy. Filthy. Your body gonna be all filthy. You gotta wash your clothes. You gotta wash yourself up. This place is nasty, filthy big nasty. You don't think so? The things they doing in Hollywood, man, most of us ain't doing things that you ain't supposed to talk about. It so wicked and evil. You gotta ask somebody. You gotta be in a little somewhere in a wilderness somewhere out there where ain't nobody at with your head in the hole somewhere to not know what's going on here. That's what most of us say. You gotta look at this place, man. All America. It's gonna burn, baby, burn. Y'all know? Russia said, hey, I ain't bluffing. Putin said, I ain't bluffing. I got Satan too. He done deployed it. Right. And that's what the scriptures say. Russia and all these nations will come together with Russia to shoot at America. This place is going down, man. Y'all better stay up on current events. Your life could depend on it. That's why he said, hey, mark them that cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine you have learned, and avoid them. Read.
For they that are such serve not our master, HaMashiach YAHAWASHI.
They that are such, they don't serve HaMashiach YAHAWASHI. You know, they're not serving him in truth and righteousness. Come on.
But their own belly.
Their what?
Their own belly.
Their own belly, man. And they're making merchandise out of you. That's why y'all walking around with ADHD. Spiritually. Yeah, you got ADHD spiritually. Y'all walk around in spiritual darkness. That's real. Until you really come back to understand the power that's in our Heavenly Father, the Most High. Other than that, come on. Come on now. Who you walking with? The devil? Because you don't know him. The devil himself, he the only one that come at, he say come as you are.
That's right.
It don't matter. Just come as you are. You can be a pedophile, you can be a homosexual, lesbian, you can eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster, do all these things that's against the laws of the Most High, and he accepts it. It's okay. That's why y'all go up in the churches. And they said, hey, just come as you are. They ain't changing you. How they changing you? How you been changed? I hand you the Bible, you can't tell me nothing. You can't even talk to me about what it's talking about. Something wrong with that picture. You've been going to the church all your life, and you can't even open up the Bible and give me a topic. Something wrong with that picture, man. The Bible is a way of life. The real way of life, I might say. Read on. They say y'all, they serving their own belly, getting all your money, putting on a good show. And when they finish, hey, pass the plate. Yes, the Most High loves you. God does everything. All you gotta do is call on the name of Jesus, and he's gonna bless you. And bless me with bringing forth your tithes, giving your offerings. You know, when you give your offerings, the Most High gonna sit, bless you from heaven, and you ain't got nothing. That's right. But the same thing over and over again until this day. I'll give you the Bible, say, show me the Most High, show me the Most High, show me Christ in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, everything in between. You can't even show me. Tell me you know him. You can't. Read.
And by good words and fair speeches, deceive the hearts of the simple.
And by good words and fair speeches, I just showed you. Come on, get a flyer. They said we have a sister. Hello? Sister. Come get a flyer. We got a flyer for you.
But I want to cross the street.
And,
thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. You know, I mean, by fair speeches, read that again.
Romans chapter 16 and verse 18. For they that are such serve not our master, HaMashiach YAHAWASHI, but their own belly. And by good words and fair speeches, deceive the hearts of the simple.
By good words and fair speeches, deceive the hearts of the simple. Now, you will tell me the simple one is not rolling with ADHD spiritually?
Right.
That's what, get Proverbs 122. That's why the Most High got something to talk to you about. Y'all ain't understanding. The somebody gonna hear this, because somebody's supposed to hear this today. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Say, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? Bunch of simpletons, man. Say, how long you gonna be simple? Retarded, yep. ADHD spiritually. Straight up, man. Can't get no clearer than that. Dumb, dumber, and dumber.
Right.
Dumb, dumber, and dumbest. Come on. You go up in the church, what you learn? Y'all might go to church tomorrow, which is the wrong day. To go to church, this is Most High day. Look at the calendar. This is how ignorant our people are. He said the seventh day is his holy Sabbath day. Just count, look at the calendar, just count from tomorrow, which is the first day. I don't know how y'all get to the next day. The second day is the first day. But see, that's how ignorant we are as a people in this world, man. Look at the calendar, you'll see tomorrow is the first day, not the seventh day. Tomorrow is the first day of the week. And count from there, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and see where you end up. Right here on this day. This is the day of the Most High. Not tomorrow. And every day of the week is named after a Greek god. And understand this. This is why y'all doing what y'all doing. They know what you're doing. The elite know this. That's why they don't want this truth to come out. We're another one example of how they don't want this truth to come out in this world. But who else teaching the truth? Most people are dealing with ADHD. Spiritually. Or come forward and prove me that you're not. Or you can comment, tell me that you're not. You ain't took the time to learn this truth, man. Read.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long, you simple ones? Walking around with ADHD spiritually. When you love simplicity, he calling you retarded. He calling you dumb, dumbest, dumber, and dumbest. Read it again.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And the scorners delight in their scorning. I'm glad we don't have a scorner that be here with y'all every week. Here today. Scorners delight in their scorning. Coming against the word of the Most High, but not bringing the word of the Most High, as we doing, but coming against the word of the Most High. Man, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of living power. Understand this. When nobody, well, I bet you, nobody was hollering, Hurricane Harvey, when that hurricane came through Miami,
right.
When they was just doing all this destruction, I bet they wasn't hollering, oh, Hurricane Harvey, stop. What you bet? If they don't even believe in the Most High, they would say, oh God, God, please stop. God, please, please, please. Running for their life. Right. That's the Most High. That ain't no Hurricane Harvey. Whatever they call a hurricane out here in California, coming up the West Coast. When the last time we had a hurricane here? 1939. Y'all better understand the Most High visited this place, but y'all ain't met the judgment of the Most High. Say you have not known the judgment of the Most High yet. He's just playing with you. Understand this. I don't care what you see happening on this earth. When you understand what's written in that Bible, what's written in the Word of the Most High, that He promised gonna happen, hey, you would be afraid of Him then. He gonna make you afraid of Him. Believe this. You gonna fear the Most High. You gonna come out of spiritual darkness, or He gonna put you to death. You got a choice to choose life or death. That's it. Read it again.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Now you're a fool if you don't want this knowledge, man. Proverbs 4 and 7. He said you're a fool. Fools hate knowledge. You feel me? Fools hate knowledge. And that's where we at, man, as a people. Come on.
The book of Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing.
So wisdom is a proper application of knowledge. How you apply this knowledge in your life, man. It don't make no sense to learn all this and you ain't able to apply it in your life. This ain't no formality, man. This is about the spirit of the Most High, who He is. He's a spirit. And they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth.
That's right.
We didn't define the truth. So the spirit is the Most High. Invisible power. You can't see Him for no means at all. For anything you can confront you.
Right.
He is invisible. You want to see Him? Close your eyes. Close your eyes and you see darkness. That's the closest you can get to the Most High.
That's right.
Darkness. He dwells in thick darkness. Understand this. Read.
The book of Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing.
So wisdom, proper application of knowledge, is the principal thing. Come on.
Therefore get wisdom.
Therefore get wisdom, but what?
And with all thy getting, get understanding.
Hey, with all thy getting, get understanding. Man.
That's right.
Get understanding. So, we're going to get some understanding today. Get Luke.
Last chapter, verse 45. It is showing himself.
We're going to get some understanding today. That's what we got to get. Because fools hate understanding. Fools hate instruction too. Read this.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 24 and verse 44.
Now this is how MASHAYACH was in earth before, he ascended right inside the Most High. He said, hey, this is how he might, open up your minds for understanding. Read.
And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you, which I was, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses.
Okay, so he said, these are the things that he spoke. Come on. Show me, if he gonna say that he spoke in the law of Moses, see if he say the law that Peter wrote, the law that Paul wrote, that a lot of y'all believe in, the law of Revelation, that Revelation showed. This is what he said. Read from the top.
And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were in the law of Moses.
He said the law of Moses, come on,
and in the prophets.
And in the prophets, that's from Moses all the way to Malachi. Read.
And in the Psalms.
And in the Psalms, what King David wrote concerning who?
Concerning me.
Concerning him. So you say you know him, you better know him in the law of Moses, and all the prophets, and the Psalms concerning MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. Now once you see him in the volume of the book he said he came in, now what you gonna do? Right. Read.
Then open he their understanding, that they might understand the scripture.
Then open he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures. So if you want to understand the scriptures, you got to seek him where? In the law of Moses, because he's there. The one y'all call Jesus Christ, y'all think he just came here the first time in the flesh. No. He's the top angel of the Most High, the only begotten Son of the Most High. Y'all like to quote down through 16, but you don't understand what he's saying. And he's talking to another brother of the tribe of Judah. Tell him, hey man, Most High so loved the world of Israel that he gave his only begotten Son as an angel, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. He already said, I'm the way to show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High that's going to lead to everlasting life. It's not going to change. Or come forth and make it mean something different. And you online, comment and make it mean something different. He's telling you, I'm the way to show you how to follow the Most High's truth, because that's what he did. He followed the Most High's truth from birth to death. He didn't sin.
That's right.
You see? So he was an example that it could be done. And here we are now, looking at where this world say, and all the rules and regulations that are set up that's contrary to the word of the Most High, the laws of the Most High, and think y'all doing something. How many people y'all went to the funeral and say, oh, they went to heaven, lying to the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. You don't know nothing about that. You can't go in the scriptures and show nothing what happened after death. You don't know nothing about that. That's why the Most High gonna get you folks out being preachers. Y'all don't come back to this truth, man. I'm just here to warn you. That's what we doing in these last days as Hebrew Israelites, man. The 12 tribes of Israel, bringing forth the truth of the Most High. You don't change, hey. You only got death. You looking at death, man. How much I told you this? Read on.
Verse 46. And said unto them, thus it is written, and thus it behooved MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI to suffer, and to rise from the dead the third day.
Yeah, it is. When y'all looking at he died when? He died on the 6th day. I can count. That's why I say y'all got ADHD spiritual. I can count. He died on the 6th day. He rose 3 days later. So you got the 7th day. You got the first day. You got the 2nd day. So y'all say he rose 2 days later. Think about it. Y'all call it good 6th day. I'll call it. I don't like to call on names. Get on Exodus 23:13. I don't like to call on the days of the week because Most High told us stop calling on the name of other gods, other idols. These names, these days of the week, are named after Greek idols, Greek gods. Listen what the Most High told us.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods.
See that? Don't make no mention of the names of other gods. That's what people are doing. Or prove me wrong. Come forth and show me that the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, and the seventh day are named after gods, Greek gods. What they believed in. Even y'all, come on, they put their pictures in the Bible saying that they're the Most High. They say they are MASHAYACH. They say they're the apostles. Even to this day, the Jewish people say they're the Israelites, right? They're the chosen people of the Most High. Right here. Running Hollywood. Magical wands that they're waving over y'all heads. They got y'all all twisted, following these dang on pentagrams on the ground with names on it. That's demonic. That's satanic. Any way you look at it. Any way you look at it, or prove me wrong. That's their symbol. Always been their symbol. Female, feminine. Not a masculine. That's a feminine. That's an effeminate. A lot of y'all men run around here effeminate, man. What a real man that's gonna stand up for the truth. Come on. Y'all walk around, your woman telling you what to do. Come on, everything done changed, man. Men used to be men. Now the woman saying, come on, let's go. Women looking over here. What do you mean? We talking to the men. Y'all the ones gotta start running your household and do what's supposed to be done.
Right.
Run this world, man. Real men gonna stand up and be men. Ain't no feminine. Get 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, man. Come on, man. Ain't nothing happening except for what the Most High say gotta happen. He said it's gonna happen. Here it is, man. What a real men. Let's read. Because y'all ain't make it to the kingdom. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom?
Okay, so now we got to define what's righteous. He said the unrighteous is not going to inherit the kingdom, right? So what's righteous? Let's find out what's righteous. It's very important. So he said the unrighteous ain't going to the kingdom. And y'all done sit there and pour it out. Let's pour something for my homie. Let me take a drink from my homie and this, that, and the third. Or whoever died, and you know good and what else, wicked as ever. Talk about they went to heaven. What's righteous?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power.
See, we got to observe to do all these commandments. These are the laws that the Most High wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High. We got to do his commandments, man, to be righteous. So those that break the laws of the Most High, he gave us moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. For those that break the Most High's laws, he got this to say to you. Read.
As he hath commanded us.
6 and 9. This is what he got to say to all you unrighteous suckers that's running around here doing all this wickedness, man. He wants you to come back to righteousness. Come back to him. Look at his laws and follow his laws and apply his laws in your life. Come on.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?
So if you ain't following the Most High's laws, you're not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High, man. Read.
Be not deceived.
Don't be fooled. Don't be lied to. You've been lied to enough. Everybody been lied to. Say, be not deceived. Don't follow these lies that's been told. Read.
Neither fornicators, nor idolaters,
idolaters, don't believe in the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
nor adulterers,
come on,
nor effeminate,
men that's acting like women. You know, allowing their women to be in control of what they're supposed to do and following the way of the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Come on. There's an order. The Most High.
That's right.
YAHAWASHI, and man and woman. That's the order of things. All throughout the Bible, man. That's how it is. And that's how it's going to be in the kingdom. That's why he say ain't no effeminate man going to the kingdom. All you running around here acting like women, man, you ain't going to the kingdom. That's why I said real men going to stand up for the Most High, for MASHAYACH, for our nation, 12 tribes of Israel. And the rest of y'all, man, I don't know what to tell you. He's telling you ain't going to the kingdom, so you only got the hellfire. Your name never written in the book of life. He gonna cast him to the lake of fire. That's what y'all need to hear. Because people don't fear the Most High. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Our women, read.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
No, a sodomite, that means a man that's going with another man, going into another man. And you a sodomite if you give it or you receive it. No matter if you give it or receive it. A lot of y'all give and think you ain't no sodomite. You still a sodomite.
Right.
You going in the booty of a man. Come on, man. I don't understand how you can enjoy even looking at a man.
Right.
Dang, man. We're all beautiful women, man. We got the most beautiful women in the world. How the hell you gonna like a man? You ain't going to the kingdom. Most of that's the law. Point blank. Most of so that's why he's telling you that in the New Testament that y'all call. But there was no New Testament when he's writing this. He only had the law and the prophets. That's what they read every Sabbath day. That's why hold that, 1 Corinthians 6 to 9, hold that, Acts 15 and 21. You would have had every Sabbath day, this is what they did.
The book of Acts, chapter 15 and verse 21. For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him.
Hear that? Every city. They had Moses who brought forth the law, the first 5 books of the Bible. Every city was bringing forth the law of the Most High. The law that he wrote with his finger. The work of the Most High. In every city, read it again, listen.
For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day.
They get no clearer than that. So if they read the laws, that took a long time to read all the laws, 613 laws. World laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. Come on. Come on. That take a long time to read all the laws. And what they were reading in the synagogue every Wednesday.
Every Sabbath day.
Every Sabbath day, man. So how do y'all come up with this new doctrine of this New Testament that y'all talking about? When the Mashiach was saying, only had the law and the prophets. Give me Matthew 5:17. Now go back to 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Let's finish these. Because ain't no effeminate men going to the kingdom. All you effeminate men, y'all walk around acting like women, y'all ain't going to the kingdom.
That's right.
Because back in the day, man, the men was over their household. I don't care if they had no money or not. They still was men to be over their household. That woman was in order with that man, like it is in some countries still now. Here in America, all this effeminate men, y'all ain't going nowhere but to hell. Your name gonna be written in the book of life, you're gonna be cast into the lake of fire, as it is written, man.
That's right.
Y'all gotta man up, right?
Amen, brother.
That's right. You gotta man up.
That's right.
I don't know about amen, because you don't know about that. You don't know about that. That's Zeus' last name. That's Zeus' last. That's the Greek god Zeus. Look it up. That's Zeus' last name. I'm telling you, we ain't never say that, man. You can't show me nowhere where MASHAYACH prayed to the Most High when he said that. They added that in there. Now, let me show you. Would you say that? Would you say Christ would tell you to give him all honor at the end of a prayer and saying amen? No. He give honor to the Most High. Read Revelation 3:14. Hold up for the light change. Revelation 3:14. Let me ask you this hymn. But this is in red, so it's him speaking. This is what it says.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 14. And unto the angel of the church of the Lacedaemonians, write, these things saith Amen.
Now, they put it in there saying, this thing said that Amen. Who is he?
The faithful and true witness.
Faithful and true witness, who they say he is?
The beginning of the creations of the Most High.
Now, you think the Most High created that Amen first? The beginning of the creation of the Most High? No, he created a MASHAYACH, the world called Jesus Christ first. They added that in there. Straight up. Nobody prove me wrong. Look at type in what's Zeus' last name. The Greek god Zeus last name. And you go back to Amin Ra. Look at the back of the dollar bill. What you got on there? You got Egypt.
That's right.
You got Egypt on the back of the dollar bill. It's just spiritual Egypt right here. That's what they're dealing with. That's why they stopped saying that, man. Yes.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
That's America. Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Because who is here? The captive slaves We are the captive slaves. Still to this day, man, the 12 tribes of Israel, right here. Spiritual Egypt and spiritual Sodom. You can't tell me what place you can look at in the world that ordains a man and a man can get married. What place in the world says a woman and a woman can get married? And your children can go to school, you send them out the house as a boy, and they go to school and they say, I'm transgender. I'm a woman today. No worry, man. And they teaching the little children how to put a condom on, how to do all that. Come on, man, this place is finished. This place is finished, man. It's just waiting on the Most High to say, hey, rise, YAHAWASHI, go and judge and make war and shut that place down forever and ever. Ain't nobody ever gonna live here. All the wickedness that's going. That's why he talk about effeminate men. Y'all not standing up being men. They didn't run their own house. Who's the head of the house? The woman. Because y'all ain't men. Come on. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, and verse 9. Nor effeminate.
Nor effeminate. Men that's acting like women. Come on.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Nor abuser of themselves with mankind. That means men with men. That's what he's talking about. Nor abusers of themselves with mankind. They're not going to the kingdom. I don't care what preacher has told you, come on in like that as you are. If you don't repent and come out of that particular type of lifestyle, hey, he said you ain't going to the kingdom. Read.
Verse 10. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
You ain't going to the kingdom. That means you got to change. Moral laws, man. You got to change. You're going to have to change. If you change, you got an opportunity to make it to the kingdom. It was all about, Revelation 20:15. That's what it's all about. This is what the kingdom of heaven, you should be wanting to get there for this reason.
The book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
So you got to choose life or death, man. He said, if your name not written in the book of life, then you're going to be cast into the lake of fire that burns and burns and burns and burns. Understand this? That's what this is all about. Your name being written in the book of life. So your name being written in the book of life, you can see everlasting life. That means live forever and ever, never, and never see death. But some of you like this world here. That's why you're going to perish with this world. Straight up. James 4:4. Y'all going to perish with this world, man. Y'all love this world? I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. And that's how we got to be, man. We set apart. That's why we find out what's happening in this world and look at how it proceeds from the scriptures that the Most High has given us to understand these prophecies of these last days, man. And this Most High word is true. Straight up. Without a shadow of doubt. Come on.
The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?
The friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. You know what that means? That means that if you're a friend of this world, you at war with the Most High.
That's right.
Straight up. Hold that, get on Hebrews 10 and 31. You at war with the Most High, you're a friend of this world. And they got all this social media going on and all the things y'all looking at to entertain yourself, man. Being a friend of this world and not looking at how you comparing what's going on to the Bible, learning the Bible so you can look at what's happening compared to what the Most High has said in His Word to be true. Hey man, He gonna get you. Your name is gonna be written in the book of life. Read this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
That's a fearful thing, man, to fall into the hands of the living power. Hebrews 12:29. Y'all gonna understand this. Y'all don't know who y'all talking about when y'all say God. You don't have no idea if you think you can just do whatever you want to do and follow your own heart, as this world says. Follow your own mind. Who is he? Read.
Hebrews chapter 12 verse 29. For our power is a consuming fire.
Our power is who?
A consuming fire.
Our power is a Deuteronomy 4:24. Our power is a consuming fire. Understand this. Y'all know him like that? No, y'all think God is all love. Y'all God is all love. Where is that in the Bible? He loved to bless you. He got a lot of compassion, he got a lot of mercy for those that do what he say do. He got a lot of grace, you know, and grace is getting something you don't deserve. Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. And he only have grace and mercy for the Israelites, not none of your other nations. Y'all can't show me nowhere in the Bible where the Most High say he have mercy on any nation except for the 12 tribes of Israel. I can prove it. Point blank. Y'all talking about y'all in the grace. Y'all ain't under no grace. And therefore you can do whatever you want to do and sin against the Most High rules and regulations and think he ain't gonna get you. Y'all crazy. That's why y'all tell y'all walking around with ADHD spiritually. Y'all got ADHD, man. Something wrong with our people. And the people in the world, period. To believe what these folks out here preaching to put in your heads, man. Why they ain't tell us enough? It's just Bible and what it's talking about for our story. We can go from his story, he can go with his story, and we'll go with our story and just see who come out victoriously. Because it's going to be about the Most High, first and foremost. And he under the power of Abraham, who had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. He became the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, this is my name forever, and the moral of all generations, including this generation we in now. The wicked generation we in now. This evil generation we in now. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 24. For the Most High thy power is a consuming fire.
See, that's what I'm saying. When you gotta know from the old to the new to the old, everything in between. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line here and there and there. What no New Testament when everybody walked the earth? You can't show me no New Testament when MASHAYACH walked the earth. You can't, it didn't exist. It was compiled approximately 321 AD to 325 AD. Wicked Constantine ordained this. Sunday worship and so, first day worship. You know? Not the seventh day. Y'all worshiping the first day. The sun, God, straight up, on the first day. Don't even know who you worshiping. It ain't the Most High. Read.
Even a jealous power.
Even a jealous power. See? Now listen, if you don't understand jealousy, then